Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Dawson here again. It's so good to see you back here on our Google Classroom for Monday. It was also good seeing you guys yesterday when you came to pick up your bags. If you have not picked up your bag yet, you can still do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 12:30. So if you were unable to attend yesterday to get your student bag of materials, you can come by any day, Tuesday, Thursday, throughout the week, this week or next week, and pick up those bags from 11 to 12:30. And remember, inside there's a promotion certificate, student work, student projects, a little treat, and student name tags and other things that we had throughout our classroom. So make sure you come in on those days to pick up that material. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our schedule. We're going to go ahead together and sing our good morning song, and don't forget to do the motions and the singing with me. Here we go. Very good. So thank you for singing that with me. You guys always do such a great job. So looking at our schedule for today, we're going to go ahead and we're going to explain today's activities. So on our Google Classroom, I uploaded our newest packet for, for our at-home learning packet. So now we are on weeks 7 and 8 on our at-home learning packet, and today's theme is going to be weather. So during each day, it says to graph the weather and to color and read your ABC book. So let me show you what that looks like. So tracking our weather, you're going to have a form like this where you have different options of what the weather is on the bottom. So cloudy, partly cloudy, sunny. So each morning when you wake up, go ahead and look outside and see what the weather looks like and color in one of the grids here. And then at the end of the week 7 and 8, you can see what weather won, what one had the most amount. So you can count and see, oh yes, sunny had the most amount of days. Okay, so each day just kind of keep track of that weather. It's a fun way to incorporate some of that science into our learning. And for the letter book, each day you can choose 1 or 2 letters maybe to color in on your alphabet book. So what you'll be doing is cutting this, assembling it into a book, writing your name, tracing the letters over here maybe with rainbow writing, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, tracing the words on the bottom, pointing and reading the words. A is for ant. Okay, and the good thing is about this is that it's repetitive text. So each, as a letter changes, it also just changes that word right here, but it keeps the is for the same. So your students should be able to read that pretty independently by using that picture to support that last word. Okay, so as you do one of these each day, color them in, practice reading that book, and it's really good practice to have, and it's a fun way to kind of review all the letters we've learned throughout the year. On our Monday's activity, We have 6 different choices here, along with what I just showed you, the weather chart and the ABC book. So for reading, what we're going to do together is we're going to read about the weather and what the weather might look like today, and that's going to kind of inspire us for that weather graphing throughout the rest of the 2 weeks. For your fine motor focus, a fun thing you could do is to draw or finger paint, if you have the colors at home, a rainbow. So using all those colors to create that rainbow, either with your finger, if you have paint, or with a Q-tip to create that as well. For letters and sounds, a fun activity to do, this is one we've done in our classroom as well, is cloud writing, where you put shaving cream either on a flat surface, or if you have a container, a flat container, put the shaving cream inside, and to use your finger to practice tracing that letter formation, like an A or a B, or you can practice some of your sight words too if you've been really looking at those red, orange, yellow sight words as well. Okay, for math, you can do your number dotted. That's also included in your at-home learning packet towards the end. So as you see the letter, you can either use a marker, or if you have a dauber at home, to cover up the board. Okay, so one fun way to do this is to have parents call out a number, find the number 2, and then you can color in the number 2. Find the number 4, and then you can color in the number 4 until all of them are filled out. For art or sensory, one fun thing to do around that theme of weather is to create a rain stick. So if you have any leftover cardboard tubes at home, that's a great way to create it by taping the end and making something loud inside of it. So maybe if you have dried beans, dried rice, anything that would kind of have that consistency and would make that noise when it's taped on the other end. And when you move it back and forth, you should be able to hear the pretty sounds that it makes. For science, you can go out and look outside to see what the weather is, and that's for part of our graphing the weather. Okay, so take a look outside, see what it looks like. Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it rainy? And then to graph that and have a discussion about that too. Well, why do you think that? Why does it look that way outside? What's making you understand that it's sunny? And then have your child use that vocabulary to tell you that information. It's really good to do that. Okay, so our story today is, of course, going to be about the weather, and it's called What's the Weather Like Today? Can you see on the front? What does the weather look like here? Rainy, right? They have rain, umbrellas are out, it must be rainy and pretty cold. Let's see what else it can be. What's the weather like today? Ooh, right here it looks windy. What's the weather like today? Like today, like today. What's the weather like today? Today is cloudy. So what in this picture makes you say that it's cloudy? Right? The darker sky, the clouds are out. Good. What's the weather like today? Like today, like today. What's the weather like today? Today is rainy. What's the weather like today? Like today, like today. What's the weather like today? Today is windy. What's the weather like today? Like today, like today. What's the weather like today? Today is snowy. What's the weather like today? Like today, like today. What's the weather like today? Today is sunny. Where is this picture at? Can you tell? Yeah, at the beach, right? The hot sand, the seashells are out. What's the weather like today? Like today, like today. What's the weather like today? Today is foggy. Do you see all the fog in the sky? What's the weather like today? Like today, like today. What's the weather like today? Today is Perfect. And there are the children playing outside. Good. So I hope you all enjoyed that story today. Making sure that you go outside and check that weather. That'll be your challenge of the day, is to do that each day to kind of track that and to have fun with it and to see which weather bar wins. Okay, so I hope you have a great Tuesday, and I will see you back here on Wednesday tomorrow. Bye.